and then you're gonna take the layer where it broke. So if your guys' string broke up to the shell, what you're gonna have to do is back up. You're gonna have to back up just enough so that you can get a hold of that string that broke. So just, you don't have to go all the way, but just enough to where you think you can make a knot. So this is, I probably want to go one more time.
Unless you have nimble fingers. Where do you get these tools that you have?
These are all handmade.
They make plenty, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
There's not too much
perfect.
people on the island of Niihau that make this kind of stuff. I make for 70% of the ohana from Niihau. I make other movements.
Oh, sweet. Otherwise
Okay,
they have to go back
so
to
once you got backed it up just enough to get that old string out, what you're gonna do is tie a double knot. So there's already a single knot right there, so you can just tie one more time, just to secure it. Tie that, put it tight. Then put the two strings up, cut it off, cut both off. Okay. So now you have a stringless piece here. Now what you're gonna do is usually what I'll do is after you cut off the string, I'll take a little thing of super glue and just put a little dot on the knot so that knot doesn't open.
Yeah, don't forget the super glue.
Okay. So if you have super glue, we can use it. If we don't, take a chance. But once you've tied the double knot, what you're going to do is take a needle or poker or something similar and just kind of nudge it under the knot. What you're doing here is you're making a clearing so that you can thread the new string under it. You've got the new string. What you do is thread it right under the knot. Pull it through, put the ends together.
This is how I need to fix my leg.
Slide it down, and there you go. You're ready to go.
Super glue.
And where you tie that double knot, when you put on your next two shells, it'll sit right on that knot. It's gonna cover it, so you won't see it. I would do it because we always, just to be safe, we always whenever we have breakage, we always put
Tell me that.
a little dot. So you can do it. You have to just remember where the knot is. Mark it or something. Help you put all this back on. So if you can remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, between rows 7 and 8 is your knot. Yeah, just if you can see that, yeah, just stick it right, a real tiny thing right on the knot. That'll make sure that it moves.
Yeah, don't they have to count something?
No one's going to take that.
Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna learn how to join the second half, your second string. Okay, so wherever you are on your lay right now, okay, the spot right now, okay, what we're gonna do is you're gonna take your existing lay, the half that you've been working on all this time, and you're going to turn it upside down. Okay. So the cord end should be hanging down. And I want you to hold the very tip of where you started, the first shell. Okay? Now what you're going to do is the new cord. You're going to grab the new cord. It's for those of you who saw me how we added a new string with the broken string. Same thing. Okay? So if you look at the very first two shells that you guys worked on, you guys can see the string. Yeah? So this new string has to thread under that. So if you have enough of a clearing right now to be able to thread it under, then go ahead and thread it. If not, what you guys are going to need is a needle or something similar to a needle to be able to go under that string and make a clearing. So that way you can string the new one.
It doesn't have to go through the hole, just have someone in the string.
Yeah, you're not going in any shell, you're going under the O string. Okay? Once you got it through the O string, just pull it like that, and then you're ready to start the second half. That's all. The exact same way that you started the first half. All you did was connect the string to the existing lay that you've been working on. And you start all over from the beginning.
So like this.
Yeah, so basically, so that's why I told you guys we never work on a lay from end to end. Because if we did, all the shells would go one way. If you work in half, then the shells will go opposite of each other like that. Okay? So if you look where you guys just joined that new string, the old half, those last two shells are going to be facing out like that. When you start the new half, the new one's going to go right into that. And then you start off with it. So for those of you who want to join now, and you guys need a needle, here's one over here if anybody needs to make a clearing.
Start the second half?
Yeah, sure. So what I want you guys to do right now is stop and go back to the side that you were working on all this time. Okay?
The original side?
The original side.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to use that for an example. Now, whatever clasp you guys ended up choosing, which was either the magnet or the screw-on clasp, what you're going to have to do is that O-ring, you have two O-rings. You have to connect your O-ring to your clasp. That's the first step. Okay? So if you chose the screw-on clasp, it's really easy to get the ring on because all you have to do is bend open the ring on the clasp and slide on the ring. But if you chose the magnet, then you're going to have to thread the magnet onto the ring. And the ring is actually a split ring. So which is similar to a key ring. You're going to have to split it. So if you guys got the split, not the split, the screw-on clasp, I have a needle nose pliers over here if you guys need to help you guys thread on your guys' your split ring. Okay, and if you guys have chose the magnet, I have a device here that opens the split ring so you guys can slide it on. Okay? So if you guys make sure before you guys leave here today, because I have the tools to put your rings onto your clasp, come over here and attach your rings first before you guys leave. So you guys don't have to go buy them to open it. Right there. You see the thing with the teeth on it.
Oh, okay.
So what you're going to do is right by the opening and
Here. Okay.
and then you grab your magnet. All you gotta do, once it splits open, all you gotta do is thread it on. After you.
I got all the guys. I've got.
Down there. You know what I mean?
What you guys want to do is drop one side strip. One of the strips. You'll only be holding one. Okay? The next thing I want you guys to do is grab a puka shell. Okay?
Yeah.
Puka shell is kind of like a cap. So what you're going to do is string it from the underside. Okay? Slide that puka shell on. Let that drop down to your lip.
Yeah. Got it. So the C goes down into the shells inside.
Down.
Yeah. So what the puka shell is like a cap for the end of your lid. So make sure that the bottom, it's right side up and the bottom is facing the shell, lid. Okay? Now you're going to grab your clasp that you have put your O-rings on. Okay? And you're going to slide it through the split ring. Okay? But don't let that drop. Okay? What you're going to do is let that dangle in the middle, just like this. Okay? Grab the tip of the string, and what I want you guys to do is pull up that puka shell. And I want you guys to go back through the top of the puka shell. So what it will look like is like this after you've gone back through the puka shell. Everybody's over here. Okay, once you've gone back down through the top of the puka shell, this is all you have to do. Hold your clasp. Okay, here's the string that you went down through. Slowly pull it, and you're going to watch your lei and the puka shell meet up with the clasp. Okay? Once the clasp and the puka shell meet up with the lei, you're going to notice that the two strings are back together again. All you do is tie a double knot. The double knot's going to hide under the puka shell. And that's how you're going to finish each end. When you're finished making your lei, after you finish using all your shells, that's the process of putting on the caps. Now this process, you don't have to use the clasps I provided you guys. If you guys want to go to the craft store and buy a nicer, different one, the process applies, same process applies to whatever clasp you guys use. From the top, here we go. We have your existing lei, 2 strings, okay? Let your lei hang down, okay? You're going to drop 1 cord, okay? 1 cord. Now what you're going to do is grab your puka shell, and you're going to string your puka shell from the underside and let that drop down. Okay? Next, on that same string, you're going to take your clasp and you're going to thread the split ring, the ring that we put on top of your clasp. You're going to thread that, but I don't want you guys to let it drop. You're going to thread the ring and let it come down about halfway. Like this. Okay? Now, what I want you guys to do is with your left hand, or whatever hand you have, go back down and grab that puka shell. And what you're going to do is go back down with the same thread back into the puka shell, to the top of the puka shell. Okay? Once you got that string back through the top of the puka shell, all you have to do is hold your clasp. Hold that string that you just re-strung through the puka shell. Slowly pull it, and as you pull it, you'll notice that the puka shell is joining to the lei, and the lei is coming closer and closer to the clasp until it's snug. After you got it snug, you'll notice that the 2 strings meet up again. They're under the puka shell. All you do is tie a double knot, and the double knot hides under the puka shell, and that's it.
Do you put super glue at the end?
And you put a little dot. So anytime with this type of lei, anytime you're working with wax cord, no matter if it's single knot, double knot, triple knot, you always want to put a little drop of super glue on that knot. It's for safety. I've never had a lei open up on me before, but anytime we do splices, adding string, or knots in general, we always put just a tiny drop of super glue on the knot just to secure it and make sure that it doesn't.
Very nice. Okay.
Beautiful, sir. Very beautiful.
Okay,